Oh, doesn't it feel so good, gentlemen, to be back together?
It does, but I don't know if I liked that.
Yep. So we're back. This is season 4. Technically, it's sort of season 5 because we do have that one. We have like those 5 episodes we filmed and ran
Like what, 6 years ago now?
in college. Yeah.
7 years ago?
It's
I
a
don't know,
long
geez.
time. I'm calling that season 0.
Season 0. That sounds right. Because it wasn't. We did like what, 3 or 4 episodes.
I think we did 5. We did 5 of them.
We did 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So new season is coming up. 20 days ish.
When is opening day?
Is that right?
I think
It's
it is
the
20 days.
October 10th, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're doing a triple header, and it's all on ESPN Plus, which is smart. Good job. And it's the Lightning Predators, Penguins. Is it Penguins Blackhawks? The Blackhawks play. I don't know if it's that game or if it's I think it's
Penguins
the last game.
Blackhawks is definitely a thing because they're doing like a Crosby v Bedard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Nashville, Tampa.
Yep. That's obviously the one I will be tuning into first.
Vegas, Seattle later on that night.
Okay.
That's
the 2 expansion teams. That's cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Gonna be fun.
Yeah, and you know the other smart thing they're doing, is they're staggered. They're staggering them.
Yes.
So we can watch all 3. You can watch all 3 of the first 3 games of the season, which I will be doing. So yeah, because I gotta watch my boys. I gotta see Bedard, and go Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, usually early on in the season, I'll be much more apt to like watch the Habs games and then also maybe catch an extra game in any given night, just because like I haven't had hockey in a good few months, so I'm like, yeah, fuck
seriously,
yeah, I want to watch some shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Give it through like October, and I'll probably be shifted to like pretty much just the Habs, unless it's some very specific games, like if I know some big storylines going on or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, opening week, very excited. Here's
a question for both of you. Given the time, will you tune into more Chicago games? Because of Connor Bedard, or because of Lightning legend Tyler Johnson?
With me, there's not enough. I thought you were going to say Corey Perry. I forgot Tyler Johnson.
And Corey Perry. Yep, I forgot
on
about
the
it.
Blackhawks. For me, the rest of the Blackhawks, I don't give a shit about to a level where I will just watch Bedard highlights.
A whole game just for him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just watch Bedard highlights on Twitter.
Yeah, that's
I'm not going to watch Blackhawks games.
That's fair. What if they end up being good?
Booty cheeks.
What if they end up being good?
They're not going to end up being good. They're gonna come out in October or something and probably catch some like early season wins just because everybody's kind of iffy defensively, and you're gonna have a Bedard. Sorry, I had a really gross burp come out as I was saying that word.
That's a classic. It wouldn't be a new season.
You're gonna have Bedard coming out just catching some goalies off guard early on when defense is still a little wishy-washy, and they're probably gonna get some wins early on, but. Look at that defensive core. Look at that goalie tandem of Peter Mrazek and somebody Soderblom, I want to say.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Do you remember when
is that a Detroit player? Who is that?
Do you remember last season when like Philly won like their first 5 games there, and people were like, wait, are they actually gonna do it? And it's like, oh, everyone, stop. No,
dude,
it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that.
I was right there. I was like, man, these guys are fucking good.
Turns out
that quickly changed.
Turns out that yeah. But I know I definitely agree. I could see I could see Chicago like starting off hot with like young players, some speed, right? Like I guess a more lighthearted attitude, right? There's not a lot at stake at this point in the season. But then as things tighten up, it's just like then you really see who the good teams are.
Once the systems get figured out and whatnot. Yep.
Wow, the NHL app is ass now. Okay, I didn't think it could get worse, but it did.
Dude, you see the website? The website's
Soderblom, and yes, the website is garbage. I didn't notice it until I went to the Habs one the other day, and I don't know
I don't even know what it
Yeah,
is about
anyway.
it. It just like I was trying to find something, and I'm like, where do I go to find this?
It's
Where do I
and it's
go?
also like it feels like the most like cut and paste like just blocks on a screen like design. I don't know. Something about it
Yeah.
is just like it wasn't doing it for me. But yeah, Peter Mrazek and Arvid Soderblom. I was right.
There
So
you go.
that's their goalie tandem.
I mean, that's
Which is-
that's like 2 third stringers or a third stringer
Yeah.
and a fourth stringer. Holy shit!
Hey guys, do you want to how many games of the season until Mrazek gets like a concussion? Because I feel like that just happens. Like
I mean, he gets injured every year.
It'll be the 5th shot that he faces. Take it right
Oh,
off
Jesus.
the
Yeah.
mask.
you heard it here, folks.
Yep.
Peter
Jesus.
Mrazek, we don't want you to get injured, obviously, but like, geez, dude, we're sorry about your luck. Like, damn. No,
Yeah.
that's- ooh.
All right. There's a little bit of hockey talk. So how was your guys' break? We've had almost 2 months, almost exactly 2 months
my
to the
God.
day. So that we've not had an episode. But we did see each
Yeah.
other. We had the
we
late
had
night.
a lovely old late
So-
weekend. Oh,
So
the best.
yeah, but other than that, how have you gentlemen been doing?
Well,
Ben, I talk to you every single
yeah, you
week,
talk to me
like
all the
3
time.
times.
But Eric,
yeah, I mean, my new job is going well. I've been there for 4 months now. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, dang.
yeah,
Um,
man, good for you.
But no. So most of my weeks are 4-day work weeks. 'Cause I have
Oh.
10-hour days. I have 10-hour days. Yeah.
Which that's long days, but the
long days.
3-day weekend must be nice.
I really
Yeah,
want to
no,
try that.
It's really nice. I will say, so like because of my commute and because school, because like school started again, all of that traffic.
Mhm.
I wake up at 4:45 in the morning.
Oh,
I leave my house at 6. My day is from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and I get home at 7 and more traffic, and then that's it. Like work days, I do.
dang, man. You gotta.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
So you basically work, and then you
Yep.
drive, and then eat some food and go to sleep.
That's pretty much it.
That sucks.
My days.
That sucks.
I will.
You gotta get an
I will
apartment
say
closer,
this.
goddamn.
Yes,
But
I
I
will say
mean,
this.
that's also getting an apartment down there is also no small thing in terms of
Exactly.
price. So like,
Yeah, but I will say this, like it doesn't feel like it's a waste of a day. Like I feel very productive and like I am tired, but I feel like because I know like it's like okay, because I'm doing this and it gets me on like a nice routine and then I have 3 full days to like be off.
yeah, that must be
It's
nice.
not too bad. It's not too bad. If I do that for 4 days, like if I worked 9 to 5 4 days a week to satisfy my 40 hours with all the traffic, no. Weekends would be like way too short. Like that
Yeah.
just would suck.
yeah.
But other than that, what have I been up to? Let's see. Oh, I got a tattoo.
Another tattoo.
Hey.
Where is it?
So that's,
Can
yeah,
you show it to us?
Oh wait, actually, yeah. Hold on a second.
Or is it on your butt cheek?
Nope. I'm saving that one for the future.
You're gonna put the Duster Squad logo on there?
No, I'm gonna put
Hey,
I'm gonna put
I
the
know that
logo
shirt.
of oh yeah. Shout out Mike Campbell for getting me this gift.
Mhm.
I got a peregrine falcon on my arm.
Damn,
Oh damn, that's cool.
that is cool. How long did that take?
Pretty cool. Oh, about 3 hours.
So you did one.
too
You
bad.
did a 1 session, 1 3-hour session.
Just one session.
That
Yeah.
feels quick for that much art. Damn.
I don't know how much you guys can see. It's mostly line work.
Yeah,
it's not a
mostly just lines.
crazy amount of shading,
Yeah.
which is the style that I prefer. But yeah, no, if you wanted like something with a lot of detail and stuff like that, it'd be
Yeah.
That took no time at all.
yeah. But that's cool. Nice and clean.
And I still passed out.
Oh no. Yeah, so did that, but hold on. I feel like I'm missing some stuff here. You know what a good thing to do is if you go through your camera.
Go through
roll.
pictures. See, I don't take pictures,
my-
so that doesn't
Oh,
work for me.
I barely ever take pictures, so that would not work very well for me either.
Me, Caroline, and my friend Joe went to an Arctic Monkeys concert a few weeks ago.
Nice.
That was really cool. I don't know if you guys were super into Arctic Monkeys. I really wasn't like super into them. But after seeing them in
Eh,
concert,
Some songs, yeah.
so yeah, right, like their popular songs. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay,
I wouldn't say I know a lot of them, but like if you
Yeah.
played some of their hits, I'm sure I'd be like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was really good. So we saw that concert. But yeah, and other than that, just again working, just
Working, man. That's what. Listen, that's what they don't tell you when you're growing up.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, you really it's just that over and over again, and then
Yep.
weekend you got to do all the shit you don't have time for.
Yep. They don't tell you
during the
that.
week.
Yeah. Do you know what I've gotten pretty decent at? Ironing shirts. Never
Hey.
thought I had it in me, but I'm
Nice.
ironing dress shirts now.
Very nice.
I'm very lucky to be in a much more. I have we have a very casual dress code. At the
Yeah.
press.
See, what I'm wearing right now is what I wear to work: a t-shirt and jeans.
Wait, and the bandana.
No, I don't. Well, I don't think they'd say anything.
Do it.
I don't think
Do it.
they'd care. You want me to? I can do a test.
I mean, for me, it depends on like if I'm going out in public, depending on what story I'm doing. If I'm doing something like that, and be more
Dress a little
dressy.
nicer.
Like when I used to
If you're
go
going to
into
court.
Yeah, like at the time was when I was crime beat reporter, I had to go into the courtroom. I would obviously be nice, but like most of the time, I'm just wearing like a t-shirt and like a flannel or something, and that's
Nice.
fine. I've worn jerseys into work, and they don't give a fuck. So
Yeah,
like,
same.
Dude, that's-
And
one day. I'm
then
gonna
they
do
and then they talk to me about it. They're like, "Lightning." I'm like, "You're fucking right.
it.
You're right, Lightning."
Little do they know, Mike's not one of those fake fans. He is
Yeah.
a true,
Yeah.
tried.
I'm not a
Like,
yeah,
bandwagoner.
he wasn't a bandwagoner. He was with them when they were dog shit.
Since I
Dude,
was
you were
born.
with them. You were with them when they were on the cusp of greatness, and they kept falling short. And then
Yeah.
they broke through.
God, they
Yeah.
were so close and so far.
Well, I was saying like it was like they had the 04 Cup, and then like maybe I think a good year after that, and then
Maybe.
from that until like 2013 ish, they were pretty rough. Oh
well-
no, they had a conference final run in 2011. I think.
Did
But
they?
it was like one of those. It was one of those like unexpected ones where like
yeah.
A lower ranked team makes a run.
Well, to give you a hint, Stamkos ~1 pick in 2008, Hedman ~2 pick in 2009. It wasn't going well.
Not going great.
But you know what?
Uh,
that just goes to show you. Make some good picks, and you too can win 2 Stanley Cups in a row.
Can we do an entire episode on what the Tampa Bay Lightning would look like if they took Tavares over Hedman? We should just do that. Go through
We
the
could.
entire
You
time.
know what? Let's do a segment. Let's save that.
I think you lost me for a second there, but I'm back now.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Benny, no.
Let's do a segment one week and do that. Like
That'd be-
switch it up. And then we can do the Islanders if they took Hedman.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
We can also do the Islanders if they didn't sign Rick DiPietro. That's fine.
This is a complete revisionist.
Habs if they didn't trade Ryan McDonough.
Yeah,
for Scott
there you go.
Lopez.
There you go. Habs if Mark Bergevin was never born.
Oh my god.
I'm not saying he shouldn't have been. I'm just saying that's
Well, you
was
know,
never hired.
one idea.
Okay, well, you know what? We're sort of there. As you guys can see, I'm actually not a Lightning fan anymore. I'm switching. I'm jumping over. No, just kidding. The Sabres are going to be good this year. I personally,
it will be.
I personally think that they will actually place higher than the Lightning, but that's just me.
Interesting.
So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the Lightning right now, and then a lot about one particular thing. So the big thing that has happened.
What could that be?
Yeah, right. The big thing that's happened since last season was they did sign Hagel to an extension, $6.5 million for 7 years, 6.5 per year. That's a pretty good little deal.
It really is.
Like,
It really is.
He is 25, I believe, right now. So he signed until he's 32.
That's a really good age for a contract to finish. That's a really good age for that.
He basically, and the way I explain this, because my dad was like, why is this so long? And that's a lot. And I'm like, Dad, that's a good contract. Like because if you think
Even
about
2 years once the cap jumps
That
like
too.
another 10 mil,
Even if
it's
you
gonna
don't.
be
even if you don't look
honestly, it's still pretty good.
at that, I mean, this guy, he's Palat's replacement. He's younger. He scores more, and he costs less money than Palat's making right now. Like,
Yeah.
what's not to like about that?
Yeah, no, that's really good.
What's not to like? So yeah, I'm really happy with that. What I'm not happy with is, I don't know if they didn't talk at all or if they talked
That's
like
what
one
it-
time.
That's what Steven Stamkos made it sound like.
So they
not
apparently
at all.
never got reached out to by management, which
About signing an extension because he has this
He has
next
1
year,
year.
and then he's up, right?
which is baffling for your captain who is he like there's like after this past season he is the best player in Lightning history. He just
I would
is.
say if he's not, he can't put him lower than 2.
He just is. He's got the most points. He's
Yeah.
got the most goals. I think he's almost got the most assists. Like, he's just the best player in Lightning history. And the fact that you don't even talk to him, like, because here's the thing: we all see, like, he's 33. He's gonna be 34 in, I think, February. Like, we all know, this is like the back nine, like the last 4 holes of the golf course for his career.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. You got to at least talk
Nope.
to him. And he also seems like the type of player where if you come to him, maybe not now, but
Yeah. He might be a little less inclined now.
if you had gone to him early on, like early in the off season, and just been like,
hey,
listen,
it's a priority to make this work, but XXX we
Yeah.
can't do like
we're gonna need you. Because he'll need to go down. Like, we can't. I don't think we can have Stamkos at $8.5 million.
No,
he would have to
not
go
long
down,
term.
and I think that he would have been fine with that if they had approached him about it and been like, "Listen, we want to keep this team competitive, and we don't want to have to go through a full rebuild. Can you take a little bit of a discount? Maybe go down to like, 8 million, 7.5 million, something like that."
Yeah, which he can then disagree with, and that's fine because that's negotiating. It can happen, but
Let's
you
start
actually
the
have to have that interaction for that to work. Like,
And that's just a bad look, dude. I mean, this is your heart and soul of the team. He's like, you draft him first overall, he becomes your best. It's what you dream for when you draft somebody first overall.
Did you see Julien Brisebois' response to a question about that? I think it was at this morning's press conference.
I didn't see that. What was it?
I mean, it was a really long, drawn out way to say, oh,
Yeah.
well, we'd love to keep him, but we got to think about the cap and like the team's competitiveness. But one of the things he said was, we still need to like let the season play out and see who maybe can come up and take a bigger position, and we need to gather that much more information before we can make a choice. It's like, how much more information do you need to know about Steven Stamkos?
The other thing is too. Oh yeah, sorry, Mike. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go. I got
I was gonna
it
say-
loaded.
Yeah. The other thing is like, and we've seen this across the NHL. Like there are stars and there are superstars. Steven Stamkos is a superstar. Like, I know you said, like, Mike, you worded it perfectly. He's on like the last 4 holes of his career, but like he'll still produce. Like, look at Crosby, look at Ovechkin.
He had like 84
Stamkos
points last
yeah.
year.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
like
it's
he's at that he's at that status where, like, and let's be real, I know we talk about this all the time with, right, like we look at if a contract is good or bad, the age that it ends at, right? We just talked about that all the time, right? But like that does not apply to Steven Stamkos. I mean I guess when he's like 40 or whatever, obviously, but like he's so good. He's so good.
I was gonna bring that up. Like, he's gotten better.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Like, so here's what's happened. His goal scoring has gone down a little bit, but his playmaking ability has risen as his goal scoring ability has gone down.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, he still scored 36 goals.
30, yeah.
Like that comment is so stupid. Like, who do you see in your there? Nobody. Okay, you have the quote.
Yeah, I have the direct quote. So this is
So I can yell about it accurately.
like I was saying, it starts with him just like saying like 12 sentences about like, hey, money. But then he ends it with, that's what I would say. I would say I need to see how the season plays out before I can make those decisions. After the season, once I've gathered that information, I can work with Steven and his agent on a contract structure that will be in the best interest of both sides. And then he says, on if he worries about contract situation weighing on Stamkos, I know where he's coming from. I know that for him, it would have been a lot easier on him to have a contract in place. But in the grand scheme of things, I think this is the right course of action at this point.
Yeah, he's wrong. The right course of action is to talk to him. This is your fucking captain, and he is not only your captain, he's still a top 25 player in the league.
It's not like he's garbage. Like, he's quite good. He's still quite good.
Like, and also like waiting to see, like, for people to get more chances. Nobody's gonna take him out of the lineup. Nobody in your farm system is gonna be good at. There's nobody in the farm system good enough to take Jeannot out of the fucking lineup. You're really gonna take Stamkos out?
Yes, it's in a sense he's saying, like, can anybody to such a degree that the money benefit of making something else work instead of overpaying? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from. If that's what he's doing, listen. What do you guys think the reason that Tampa Bay has done what it's done? What do you think that reason is?
In terms of the success they've had,
yes.
They draft and develop really fucking well and have a lot of good, high quality players.
There is that
on their team.
Now I think that's true. I mean, that's part of it.
I was gonna say that they also they build around, like, they have these core pieces and they build around them really well.
Okay, but everybody does that, and everybody tries to do the development thing.
Everyone, yeah. I think they have the perfect balance.
From my view,
they've had players that have taken discounts to stay in places. I mean, relative to who they were, Steven Stamkos could have made a whole lot more money than
he could have gone to Toronto. Million. He could have pulled a John Tavares.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
But I don't know what you're getting at.
From my view, the reason that they have been as good as they've been and kept it going, have you ever heard of any, like, drama bullshit coming out of that locker room?
It's always tight as hell.
From the front office, the players, if there's disagreements, they deal with it and they figure out what's best and they move on.
It's a unit of a team, like the main core of it. Like, yes, it's
like, you know what? That's the perfect way to put it, because when you're playing the Toronto Maple Leafs, you're playing Auston Matthews and Mitch Marner and William Nylander and John Tavares, Morgan Riley, and yada yada yada. When you play the Tampa Bay Lightning,
kind of doing their own thing.
You're playing the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah,
you're playing the whole team because they work together as a unit. And this is like the first thing that's come out where it's just bad. It's like bad faith.
Yeah, because, like, fucking him, Steven Stamkos over and maybe losing him, it's not like that's not going to affect everybody else in that room.
Because,
like,
this is.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I can only say it's stupid so many times, but
yeah,
I think they got to get on that. Like, the whole reason.
Like, I think there is a time you're going to have to move on from him, but I don't think it's now. Like, he just came off an 84-point season.
It's not now when he's still playing, better than a lot of other players. Like, no, it's not now. I mean, look, like, listen, if
he wants to be signed for 8 years and won't give up on that, then yes, maybe it's not now. But, like,
that's
feel
what I'm
like
saying. They haven't even talked about it. Like, talk about it. I'm sure he would be fine taking a 3-4 year deal. Like, he'd probably take a 3 or 4 year deal at 8.5. I'm sure that he would. I'm sure that he would stay at his same thing for 3 or 4 years. I mean, Jesus Christ, how much money do you need? If he's doing the right thing with it, he's already crazy rich. Yeah. Like, he's set up for life if he's doing the right shit. But I'm just so afraid that he's going to leave in free agency and he's going to go up to fucking Toronto to play for his hometown.
They
team.
can't. They can't. They would. There's no way that cap situation works.
Listen. I could see him going up there for like $1 million. If Tampa Bay doesn't sign him, where else is he gonna go?
I mean, I guess.
Like, why not go home?
The one, as an outside observer, the one thing that 32 Thoughts brought up that I was like, that would be like, for your sake, Mike, I hope it doesn't happen, but like for Chaos's sake, it would be fucking hilarious. Is if there's one team who has a lot of cap space coming up next year is the Florida Panthers.
Oh my god!
No, I don't think he would do that.
Imagine.
Yeah, maybe that would be terrible.
I don't know how much he likes Florida, but
well, I mean, listen. I love the Tampa Bay Lightning, and obviously I'm always going to be a Lightning fan. But this. You got to figure this out. You got to sign. This is best captain in the league.
It's wild that they left it completely untalked about to the point where like it made that blow up on day one of training camp, where I'm sure they weren't thrilled they were dealing with that media like spotlight. Like it's like there's so many reasons that, like, even aside from like the obvious, this is probably the best player in your franchise's history and your current captain.
Seriously.
Aside from all of that, like the selfish part of that must have been like they didn't want to deal with this. Like, what?
Yeah, right. Like, is this what you wanted?
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. Regardless, let's move on. I still want to talk about the Lightning, so I'm gonna read you. This is from their first practice, which was, I believe, yesterday. Their first training camp practice. Get ready for this. This is a heater. This is why I think Buffalo is going to be ahead of them. So first line, okay. Hagel, Point, Cooch.
All right.
That's
good.
That's a top line right there.
That's a very good line.
Second line, Stammer on the left, Cirelli in the middle, Connor Sheary on the right.
Honestly,
this is the second line.
Honestly, I know Sheary's kind of like a depth player, but still,
the other two might do enough to accommodate for it. But like,
so
it's not a great sign for Sheary to be there.
So here, okay,
I'm used to the Habs having a guy like Sheary on the second line. Continue. That's bad. So that's not a great start.
No, that's
continue to the third line.
So that's where I think that's a bad choice, but I might be wrong.
To creep in, but okay. What's third line?
Third line is Barré-Boulet, lifer in the AHL, Paul and Jeannot. That's the third line. Fourth line is Tyler Mott, Luke Glendening, and Mikey Eyssimont.
That third line will be real useful if you get to the playoffs.
The third line.
Yeah, that's banging crash. That's banging crash alley right there.
Not Barré-Boulet. That dude's my size.
Yeah. Oh, well, you got Jeannot, what's his face?
Now, this is what I think they should do. They should swap Jeannot and Sheary.
Wow, really was but there really was a bit of a drain on the forward talent there over the last couple of years. Holy shit, man. I did not realize that much had happened in like the sort of cap crises over the last.
They have going to the cup final that many years.
You lost
it hurts.
Colton this past year. He went to Colorado. I forgot about that. Who else left?
Yanni Gourde.
Perry left. Yanni Gourde the year before.
Yep.
The entire fourth line is gone.
Killorn left.
Pat Maroon.
Killorn was the one I was thinking of. Yep. Pat Maroon is, but that's
another heart and soul guy.
But you can make up for Pat Maroon.
Well, yeah. Obviously, I love the guy, but yeah.
Like that's not that much of a concern. But
okay,
damn, there was a bit of a drain on the forward core. Holy shit, what's the D looking like?
D's actually not bad. Top pairing is Hedman Perbix, which I don't know if I like. Second pair, Sergachev Radish, which I also don't know if I like. And then the third one is Calvin DeHaan and Chernak. And then Bogosian is down there.
You know what's nice about all those pairings? You always have.
He's still playing hockey?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, in Florida.
I think as a sixth, like a number 6 defenseman, eating up some minutes, he's fine.
I mean, you wouldn't really want him higher. I don't think.
I just don't like it because Hedman and Chernak have always been It was
They've
McDonough
been
Chernak,
right.
and then it was Hedman Chernak, and they were good.
But see, that's the thing, right? If you look at they put very good defensemen on pairings with like okay defensemen or defensemen that we haven't really seen a huge sample size of play with yet, right? So I feel like to start the season that makes sense. Once you all right, Tampa Bay's power play unit still, come on,
Yeah, it should still be fine.
should still be fine, right? And that helps in the regular. If you have that locked in the regular season, like that's huge. That's huge. And the playoffs too.
Yeah. And then goalie, obviously Vasilevsky, but I don't know who their second goalie is. I don't know. It's either some jabron called Alnefelt, or it's Jonas Johansson.
Some jabron.
It's they're hurting. They're hurting on the in between the pipes. Other than Vasi, it's like they've got Vasi. They got Vasi, and then like nobody else.
Could we interest you in a slightly used Jake Allen?
How much?
I think he's making like $2 million a year.
Oh yeah, no, it's too much. That's too much.
We'll retain.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure that'll be what they look at comes trade deadline. They'll probably be looking for a backup goalie.
Wow. Yeah, I just went to look at their roster and they have 4 men, and I recognize one name.
It's bad, dude.
That's not great.
It's real bad. But yeah, so this is why I think the Sabres are going to be better. I just think they're going to be better. We'll see.
All right. So nightmare scenario, Mike, but let me walk you through it.
Vasi gets hurt?
No. You're looking at that roster. It's actually a more likely. Well, yes, that is. But looking at that roster has me thinking it's a much more likely scenario than I would have thought if like even one of your big forwards goes down. Dude,
it's with this team, it's now at the point with all the people that we've lost. It's now at the point where if anybody gets hurt, it's gonna
like
be
if you lose a point for like 4 months, you're fucked.
Dude, if we lose Anthony Cirelli for any amount of time, we're boned.
Yeah. So like, say you're running down the last stretch, and it's not looking like you're getting this playoff spot. What kind of haul does Steven Stamkos get at the trade deadline?
I would hope that he's got a full no trade, or full no move, obviously, because the Lightning like to hand those out a lot, and it's fucking Steven Stamkos.
Yeah, but say at that point in time,
they've figured out that their
negotiations haven't gone well, and he's like, well, I might as well go somewhere that is doing well this year.
He'd pick up a lot, but I would hope that they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's gonna be. That's gonna be a storyline the whole year now because
until he signs an extension.
They've apparently decided they're not talking contracts until after the season. So
no, they didn't decide that.
Well, that's what fucking Julian Brisebois said in the quote.
He didn't mean the whole season, did he?
He said we gotta see the season play out, and then I'll feel comfortable talking to his agent. Let me go back.
Nah, they'll talk. They'll talk during the season.
He says that's what I'd say. I need to see how this season plays out before I can make those decisions. After the season, once I've gathered that information, I can work with Steven and his agent on contract structure. Not till after the season.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's just talking.
I hope he's just talking because that doesn't sound very smart.
Why? Whatever. I'm switching. Wherever Stamkos goes, that's my new team.
That's your new team. Respect.
Yep. Unless it's Toronto, then I can't do it.
Managers are only temporary, my friend.
Unless it's Toronto, then I can. Ben is so happy after this postseason. Mike has officially just gone to full. But you're like you don't say USA when you say Austin Matthews. You're like
it was very vindicating when you were like, oh, they do kind of suck. Yeah.
Ooh, wait.
Leafs fans.
Oh my God! It was. You know what it was? It was because we faced them 2 years in a row in the playoffs.
Yeah.
God, what a bunch of whiny bastards.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Hearing that in every fucking media cycle the entire fucking year because all of your media is Canadian media because they're the other major Canadian team.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right, moving on. Benny. Who I didn't know they added Newhook and
that was really the only major addition.
Canadians?
Let me think. Who else did they? Because I know there was others, but like that's the one big one.
That's the big.
I mean, the most recent one was they swapped DeSmith for Tanner Pearson. He's going to be kind of like a veteran guy.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yep.
I think Tanner Pearson is actually going to be like kind of a useful like.
I think he will be. I think he will be, and I think he'll probably get dealt for like if it all goes well and he's like productive, like a second or third round pick at the deadline, and it's going to be grand.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, Mike, I think you already know because I was talking to you about it in chat when we were gaming the other night. But Eric, the 24-man team to start the year. How many guys do you think the Canadians invited to training camp?
Oh God.
Just take a guess.
Take a while.
You gotta will it down to 24. So, like, what do you think is a normal amount of people to then whittle down to 24?
50.
That would make sense. That would make sense. It's a little higher. What do you think?
80.
Just ever so slightly lower. 72. They invited 72 people.
Did they say why? Why they would do that?
Nick Suzuki said in an interview during like one of the first days of camp, it was they did it and then they divided the camp into 4 groups, so more of the younger guys in lower level leagues could get some like time with NHL guys. Was apparently
to see what they were made
strategy.
of.
That's cool.
Which is kind of cool. But it does make me wonder how this camp is going to go in terms of how fast we cutting this down. Because, like, you ideally want to have a more concise group by, like, the last couple preseason games to, like, know what you're doing and establish your systems and everything. So I'm like, I have no fucking clue what's going on with all that. But, yeah, they invited 72 people to their training camp.
That's very interesting. That is very interesting. I mean, I will say this. That kind of... the whole young guys like getting experience. If you like look at like, there's always like this point usually in preseason where like if I'm on Instagram, I'll get like on the For You page, it'll be like prospects, and they'll just be like, thanks whatever team for having me out for like 2 days because like they were at camp for the first 2 days and they just get sent home, you know.
Yeah,
but they got to wear the jersey. They got
cutting them fast, but I don't know. I'm
a
little confused.
That's probably always been a thing, but I haven't heard of 72. That's insane, though. Yeah, that's like
there's been some fun, which there's nothing really to take out of it because it's intra-squad scrimmages. But there's been some fun. There's been some fun highlights going around Habs Twitter. There's been some guys that like Newhook's come in and he's looked like he's gelled with some guys and is fucking ripping some shots and getting some goals. And so like that's been nice. It's like all this, but it's like. What are we talking about until we actually at least have some preseason games? Like, so some people like absolutely. It was the first intra squad. Why can't I say intra squad scrimmage of the year? And like Slafkovsky looked a little slow, and like everybody freaked the fuck out. And I'm like, guys,
get him out,
maybe. Rein it in for a second, and then today he looked fine in the scrimmage he was playing in because it was the first fucking inter-squad scrimmage of training camp. Like,
send him to Laval, get him out.
The overreactions were real, but I don't know. It's one of those things where like it's another year where I'm just kind of intrigued to see what happens. I am intrigued to see like if they can stay healthy, what this roster is actually capable of, because I haven't seen that in a few years now.
You swapped out your medical team, so that's good.
Yes, but it's like one of those things where like there was like some fun growth we've seen out of players over the last couple of years, but like you can't really take that much out of last year. Just the sheer amount of guys that went down. Like I don't know.
There he goes.
Benny, no. Come back to us.
I'm still here on my end.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, there you're back.
Yeah, you just got yeah.
Oh, I never left. Oh, I never left on my end. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, no, I'm just waiting for preseason to start. Waiting for some actual games to watch before I left. I know it's going to be another iffy year, so like, which is not going to stop me from finagling some kind of logic into picking them for the playoffs when we do our way too early picks.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen to this, Eric. We're talking about this like months ago. Ben's like, yeah, I think the Habs, they can probably squeeze up to 6th in the Atlantic. And I'm like, really? Who do you have them beating? And he goes and looks and he's like, oh, never mind.
That's awesome, dude.
Yes. But this is the beginning of the year when hope springs eternal.
Yes.
And fuck it. They're getting a wild card spot, damn it.
Yes.
Yep. They're going to take it from the Lightning.
Yep. Fuck the Leafs too. They're not
and
making
then Stamkos is going to go to the Habs just to ruin my life.
Dude, listen.
I don't see any situation of that happening.
No, that wouldn't make sense.
I think he'll be safe. I think he'll be safe.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the Habs do. Yeah, I maybe they can get up into 7th. Maybe like Detroit is worse than they, like DeBrincat once again doesn't mesh with anything, and Detroit somehow sucks ass. But I don't see them getting any higher than that.
This is tough though.
Did decide to take a third of the Habs' recent decor as their defenseman, and I don't know if that's
I was gonna
the
say
way
their
you wanna
defense
go.
is kind of rough as well. We got Petrie,
you got
old
Mo
ass
Seider.
Petrie.
You got Mo Seider though.
Hey,
Seider's
hey, don't forget about that big boy. What the hell is his name? Chariot.
Oh,
Sherratt.
Well, Detroit also has that big boy, Soderblom or something. It's like that.
They also have a Soderblom, I think, as well. He's like the huge fucking dude who can actually really wheel.
Yeah.
And
New
is really good.
He's a forward.
He's a forward.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
I still think somebody should have had Chara as a wing. They should have put him on the wing.
Well, the Islanders had a chance to do that, especially on the power play, but they don't like fun. They don't do anything creative.
Oh, imagine him ripping clap bombs, clap one-timers. Holy shit.
Like cross-crease one-tees, like holy shit, he would
on the dot. Woo! That would have been fun.
They should have done that. Honestly, in his last few years when he was barely probably playing anything at all anyway, like give him some wing time on the power play. Why the fuck not? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, if the Islanders gave him a one-timer, he'd rip it around the board so hard, and like they'd be playing Tampa Bay, and Point would just be like, "Oh, I have a breakaway now. This is awesome."
Yeah.
Was his aim kind of gone by the end?
Yeah.
Oh no. So he had nothing. He had size.
Yeah.
Grit.
Yeah.
Because his only real thing was he could just fucking rip them and score.
Yeah. Yeah. The reach does help on defense. We'll say that.
Yeah.
All right, Benny. What are you really looking for this year from the Habs? Like what player? What player you're looking to take like a little step?
I mean, the obvious answer is Caulfield,
but
I think that's safe because like he's just good. So
he doesn't really need a step. He just needs to stay healthy.
If he has a healthy year, he'll be fine. The one guy I'm really watching to see if he can actually do something is Slafkovsky.
Oh,
because he needs to. He really needs to.
No. He'll be good.
He needs to take a jump because it was not a good year last year.
It was his first year, was it not? Am I a year behind?
Yes, but like it was his first year, but like I don't know because the Habs seem allergic to picking the right most offensive pick. The ones they do that are supposedly good at scoring have to actually pan out. Like they don't like that's my I don't know. I'm just getting paranoid and in my head about their drafting strategy.
I think just calm down, man. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Give him a little time. Shit.
Yes. But like
now listen. Think about Lafreniere. If he was doing the Lafreniere thing, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, maybe we get a little worried. But it's been 1 year. He'll be good.
Yeah. So so I'm hoping for a jump.
Okay. Yeah. I don't blame you there. Obviously.
Like, because it was the fucking first overall pick, man. Like, it was the first overall pick, man. And
dude, it's okay.
Needed some center help, man. Like,
you have to set aside the Connor McDavids, the Austin Matthews, and the Connor Bedards. You have to set them aside. No other first overall has worked out like that.
Yeah, dude, it's insane.
Because let me think here. Who was first overall? It was Lafreniere, and he hasn't done anything. Or he's done minimal.
Heischer was another one.
He's good, but he's not like Jack Hughes is better than him.
Yeah. I think Taylor Hall was the one his year.
Yeah, Taylor Hall.
Was Jordan Eberle a first overall pick or no? Am I making that?
No, I don't think so. I think he was like 5th or 6th or something.
There's plenty of first overalls that take their time. To get good.
Not Eberle. Nugent Hopkins. Is that who I was thinking of?
He was first overall.
I thought he was second the year that Taylor Hall went first. No, because they were both went to the same team.
I think he was a first overall pick.
There was some Edmonton guy I was thinking where I'm like, I couldn't believe it was a first overall pick. Like, again, good player, but I'm like, oh, like first overall.
He didn't like when you look at him now.
You want
you're not like
bad Edmonton first overall picks, Nail Yakupov.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, you could have somebody like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're waiting to see. I'm hoping for a jump from him. Yep. The other guy that I'm really intrigued because he was building through last year, but I think he went down with a concussion at one point, was Kirby Dach. And he was starting to look dominant, and I'm intrigued. I want to see them rather counterintuitively from the outside, you'd probably think, I want them to break up Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield.
Spread the wealth.
Well, that, and also because when they're together, defense doesn't exist. Suzuki has had much better defensive numbers away from Cole Caulfield. And if anybody's a decent enough playmaker, they can set Cole Caulfield up.
True.
Like the one thing I would be really intrigued to see is they ended the year with a line of Suzuki with wings of Harvey Pinard and Josh Anderson. And that was Josh Anderson at the back end of the season, which I know this is going to be rich coming from me, who's been trying to get him traded for years. It legitimately was the best hockey I've seen him play in Montreal. He was coming on. He was starting to fucking get assists, which was unheard of with him. But I want to see that line stay together, and then I want to see them try a line of Caulfield, Dach, and somebody as the second line.
Slavkovsky.
Maybe. But I would like to see that happen.
All right, so I went on to Daily Faceoff today to look at all the lineups. So this is a lineup that Daily Faceoff has. I don't know how accurate it is because I don't know when it's from. I think it's pretty recent though, because Ottawa's had what's his name in Tarasenko. But this is what they have. They have Caulfield, Suzuki, Dach as the first line. They've got Dach on the wing.
Yeah.
Then they've got Newhook, Dvorak, Anderson as a second.
Dvorak's gonna miss the first month of the season. So
okay, so no. He's not there. So is it the Evans, this Evans guy?
No, they're gonna play Dach at center. They're gonna play Dach at center.
So my guess is it'll be Caulfield, Suzuki, Anderson.
Probably.
Ooh.
I hope not, though.
Ooh, that's talk about a no defense line. Holy shit.
Yeah, I would. What is Harvey Pinard the same side? I don't
Harvey
remember.
Pinard has him on the left.
Anderson?
Has him on the on the left.
Okay, so no, he's same side as Caulfield.
Yeah. And it has him on the fourth line. And you know who's on the right side?
He's not going to be on the fourth line.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Harvey Pinard isn't.
Wait a second.
What?
Armia?
Yeah, what about him?
Is he still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, well, he's on the fourth line as well.
That makes sense.
Unfortunately.
Who am I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking of Lehkonen.
I wish Lehkonen was still there.
I'm thinking of
Lehkonen's so good.
That's one I do kind of regret them moving on from. Although Justin Barron came on at the end of last year, so who knows. But anyway.
Sean Monahan, they have here listed as the fourth line center. I assume he'll slide up.
Yeah,
since Dvorak's not going to be there.
Yeah, he's probably going to be a third liner. I really think the top two lines I want are Harvey Pinard, Suzuki, Anderson, and Caulfield, Dach, somebody. That's what I want. But we'll see how it plays out.
Okay. Newhook? I wonder if Newhook can
Newhook
play.
Will probably play. Yeah, he'd probably play the other wing. because they're not gonna. They got him to play him top two lines. They literally said that.
There it is.
So
We'll listen to this. Everybody, get hype for this decor.
What's the decor?
Mike Matheson, Savard. That's who they have for the first pairing.
Which Mike Matheson,
I know he supposedly
I'm
is good.
expecting a big year out of him because he started the year injured for like a month and a half, so then it took him a second to like get into it because it takes you a second. But towards the end of the year, he was fucking torching people. Like it was insane. Like he would do a spin-a-rama around somebody like every other game and succeed and get a chance. Like he was wild.
I remember when we first talked about that trade, and I was telling you, I was like, dude, I saw him play against the Islanders in the playoffs, but he was with Pittsburgh. Yeah. He was torching them, like torching. He'd like make an incredible, like a smart offensive play, and then just bury someone into the boards.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. He was really good. He was really good to finish the year last year. Yeah. But you're not wrong that when you go further, it gets a little more rough.
Let's go down to the next one. Harris,
Blue Jackets legend.
Harris, is that Jordan? Jordan Harris.
Jordan Harris. Yep.
And something Kovacevic.
Oh, Kovacevic.
Kovacevic
was a waiver claim last year and is actually like solid as fucking hell. Like he is like he cannot shoot to save it. Cannot shoot to save his life, but is steady as a rock. Like steady as a rock. That's not a phrase, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's a very good shutdown guy.
Steady as a rock with rock hands.
Yes, I do quite like him though. I do like Johnny.
All right. And then last pairing is Xhekaj and Guhle. Your boy Guhle.
Goule's 10,000% going to be second pairing. I don't know what they're talking about. Goule's going to be second pairing.
Guhle,
one of our better defensive prospects. He was up and down last year, but like he had a couple games where he like straight up shut down Sidney Crosby, and it was kind of wild. But he'll have to grow a little bit. But he showed flashes last year. But he also was in the time he was playing, he was stuck on the top pair with David Savard. So like he was a rookie being asked to do that. So it was like there wasn't really optimal situation.
It's not a great. So right now you're looking at Matheson being your number one guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is not what you want in the end, but like that's where 2 years from now you might have your Reinbacher up there, you might have your Guhle up there.
Reinbacher
looking at. Yeah.
Ryan.
And it's weird. What the most solid I feel is in net. Montembeault had a really, really strong, sneaky strong year last year on a really bad team.
He did.
He was 13th he was a 13th in the league for goals saved above expected among all goalies. He was solid. So he's gonna, and then I saw Jake Allen at camp the other day said, "Oh well, I want to play more games this year." And last year he played 42, so I want to be like, well, bud, you got to play better then.
Half the games, damn, that's a lot of games.
Yeah, he Montembeault fully stole his job by the end of the year. So like he's gonna have, if Allen wants that back, he's gonna have to start playing better.
Daily Faceoff has Allen as the top goalie right now.
That's not going to happen, I don't think. I mean, training, I shouldn't say that's not going to happen. Training camp still has to happen. But with where things left off, I think it's going to be Montembeault's net to lose.
All right. Well, then, let's head to the island. In typical Lou fashion, nothing exciting.
Nope.
We're running it back.
I'm like doing well. Not only that, even with the news, it's like I go like Islanders news. It's like training camp report. This is who's there. That's it. All right.
Don't forget the day he decided to give out like 3 8-year deals or what was it? So,
Engvall got a 7-year deal.
7 year. It was a couple 7 years and an 8 year, right?
I will say this.
Was it Sorokin? Sorry, was it Sorokin that got the 8-year?
That was the best.
That was the good one.
8x8, dude. For Sorokin, 8x8.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That was the good one. That was the very good one.
That's a great deal.
It's like 8 by 8.6. I say 8 by 8. It's like 8.6 or something like that. Whatever.
Still, he's fucking good. And but as that contract goes on, that number's only going to get more friendly. So
Yep.
Yeah. Noticeable things out of the island, though. There are some things I do want to talk about. I guess just general like player stuff. So Oliver Wahlstrom was out pretty much all of last season for the Islanders, and you guys probably don't know much about Oliver Wahlstrom.
I know he's one of your big
He's
prospects, right?
Heard the name.
He was a big prospect. So
But he's been playing for a couple of years now, right?
Only like one
full year kind of thing.
Yeah, but and it wasn't really like he wasn't really being. I don't know. He was kind of like bouncing around, but he has a really heavy shot, like an NHL, like a ripper of a shot,
like a Ovechkin shot,
like a heavy wrist shot, like Ovechkin. I'm trying to think of other players with really heavy wrist shots, but can beat a goalie clean. Like he's the kind of guy he comes in on a shootout and just will blister it by a goalie. Yeah. Very useful for the Islanders' power play. So I want to see how he's utilized this year because he was out all of last year with a leg injury. Like it was that's tough to be out for a full year and then get back into it.
How old is he?
23.
Oh, you guys, okay, keep going, but I have a comment.
Okay, yeah. Well, you say your comment right now.
You guys are the Islanders are weird because they're an odd mix of like young talent and old nutsacks.
Yep.
Like
nutsacks everywhere.
Wahlstrom, you've got Dobson on the back end. Romanov too. He's young. I don't know if he's really good, but and then you've got Barzal, and then you just got a bunch of old guys.
Yep.
It's weird.
It's very weird. I will say this, like, I do feel like Zach Parise is like an old guy who's like useful. I feel like the Islanders do somehow pull like some usefulness out of these.
Didn't they not re-sign him though?
He took a break basically. He doesn't know if he's going to come back to the team. I don't know and that's the thing. It's very private. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is.
Wonder if that's going to be one of those things where he comes back in like January.
Yeah,
does a half season, depending
on how they're doing. Yeah. But obviously,
Mike Fisher did that his last year.
He did. So yeah, Parise's another player. But I mentioned Wahlstrom. So Engvall is another guy. Dude, Pierre Engvall is just the most mid player of all time. He's just
he really is.
He's fast. He'll score probably 15
too,
goals, and he's big. Yeah. So it's okay. That being said, I am curious. Because his skill set is forechecking, not the greatest hands, not the greatest finisher, but forechecking and maybe being defensively responsible. Maybe that'll fit in with the Islanders being, again, like you said, it's boring. They're just going to be an annoying team to play. That's it. They're we're going to annoy you and try to squeak out a 1-goal. Thanks to big boy Ilya in the back.
You're really setting up to be building this thing like the Bergevin era Habs.
Oh
yeah. No, literally, yeah. You look at the decor too, especially.
Oh dear.
And I'm sorry.
Dude, what am I gonna do? I decided to cheer for this team.
And they got to conference finals, so who knows? Rolls a different way. Chris Kreider doesn't take out Ilya Sorokin, and you might get there.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Dude, the butterfly effect, it's a real thing.
Yeah. But I am interested to see how they play. And obviously the big guy that everyone forgot about, Bo Horvat. How's Bo Horvat going to play? What's he
going to be like when they has a year or a training camp and the full year to get into the team and everything.
To gel with Barzal.
Because he didn't really seem to ever at all in the time he was there.
He didn't do anything. I think in the playoffs he had 1 goal, 2 assists. Maybe not good. No, it wasn't good. And that was a 6-game series, that first series. So those are the big guys. Sorokin and Varlamov are still in net, and that gives me a lot of confidence with I'm not worried about goaltending.
You're set.
In the sense that you you get what you get. Like if the Islanders are losing games, it's not because of their goalies. It's because they can't score. Like maybe,
for sure.
maybe 2 games, right? Maybe you can blame like Sorokin or Varlamov once or twice throughout the season, but like that's not your problem.
Yeah.
So just like every season, I'm interested to see what the Islanders will do offensively. And if Bo Horvat has a strong season and Oliver Wahlstrom have strong seasons, that'll help them. Like that's big. So that's really what I'm looking at. Defensively, I don't know. It's just the same old dudes back there. Like yeah, it's just
don't forget
dudes
don't forget the superior Sebastian Aho.
Superior Sebastian Aho, who scored the
Obviously.
weirdest own goal of all time in the playoffs. Oh my god.
That was rough.
Oh my god.
That was rough.
But but yeah, no, he actually I guess now that you mentioned Sebastian Aho, he does look like he's taking like slight steps to being, again, I'm not capping him out like, oh yeah, he's gonna become like he's taking the steps to become like a usable, like, okay, like you're filling in like low minutes as a depth defenseman. Like he's actually like in a reliable way. He's like filling into that. You can see that.
Well, not to make you sad, but the Daily Face-Off guys has Aho in your second pair.
I'm very sad now. What's the second pair? What's the second pair? Okay, Mayfield, Aho?
Dobson Aho. They have Pelech Pulak as number 1.
I feel like those charts bear very little weight until the end of training camp.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, this is probably some holdover from like the last season or something.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, speaking of defensemen, you have Pelech Pulak, right? You have Mayfield, Dobson, and Aho. That leaves 1 slot open. And it's going to be very interesting because the Islanders, I guess, are known for having relatively decent defensive prospects, apparently, is what I hear. And they have a kid, Isaiah George, and they also have another kid, Sam Bolduc. Bolduc got some playing time in the playoffs. And I kind of want to see if either of them kind of slot into that last spot. That'll be really interesting.
I want it to be Bolduc.
Bolduc.
Yeah. I like that name. Right now, Daily Faceoff has Romanov. Is he still signed?
Oh, and Romanov is there too. Yeah, and he is still signed. But that'd be interesting to see if anyone could take. Sorry, Romanov. I literally forgot about you. That's how irrelevant
Get him out.
Sorry,
oh, dang.
Yeah, sorry.
Did you hear that?
Wait, what?
He's like, sorry, Romanov. I forgot about you. That's how irrelevant you are.
Yeah.
There was a reason I was really happy when he was all it took in terms of getting
did him dirty.
Kirby Doc.
I'm just gonna say this. In terms of the Islanders, like the big hitting aspect of his game, like that is great, and I'm sure will fit in
He's
well with those.
Very good at using that aspect to take him out of plays. Then
do that, and then getting injured.
Very good at that.
I feel like I haven't seen, like, again, I kind of saw Romano. Dude, the only highlight that I see online of Alexander Romanov is when the Islanders played the Coyotes and Clayton Keller ripped a 1-T 10 feet wide and it hit off.
He put it in his own net with his dick.
Oh, no.
And then it went past Sorokin. Poor Sorokin in slow motion. Not being able to do anything.
Poor Sorokin. Poor Romanov. Dang.
He's got a cup on. He's okay.
That's rough.
Okay.
That's still not going to feel good.
Those cups.
I know.
Still going to be pressing that in because there's probably going to be something overhanging, and it's just going to press the size of the cup in.
Maybe he's got a small package, so it just, it's easy to cut.
I don't really understand the design of those because like there would always be something getting pinched.
Yeah. They're not well. Yeah, that's not.
If you took something hard enough, it was going to be bad. It was not going to be good.
Yeah. That's true.
Cup science.
Yeah, we should go into the science of
we should design our
jocks.
And send it.
Yeah, we should.
Do you know what I am looking forward to though? Honestly, the Islanders are doing a Stadium Series game against the Rangers.
Hey, there we go.
Oh yeah, because aren't they doing? It's going to be them and then another game. Is it Carolina? No, I think isn't it like Philly and New Jersey for some reason?
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Philly, New Jersey.
Oh, why?
Yeah. I don't know why you wouldn't, because I guess it's all the same general area. Like you do.
Yeah.
Is Philly
Islanders,
closer
Rangers,
to New York area and Jersey
they're
than
not that
like
far.
Pittsburgh? Because Pittsburgh's free. Because I was like, it would have made more sense to have Philly and Pittsburgh be the other game, but I guess they're trying to do like the all
Get
close
the
together
Devils in the game.
ones.
Get the
I mean,
I'm sick of seeing Pittsburgh.
I get
out of
that, but like, no, I'm fine with the
We're also
Devils. They're
choosing a
good.
team and not Philly.
That's what I'm saying.
that's
Pick
true.
some.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
just
that's-
like I'm just gonna go out there to get slaughtered
That's-
outside. Like that'll
Boston's
be fun.
pretty close to them.
Yeah, there you go. Although Boston has had a lot of outdoor games.
That's true. They don't
Bring
need any
Buffalo
more.
over.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
They haven't had an outdoor game in a while because they haven't been good in a while.
Yeah. Well, they had one against the Leafs, but I think that was the Heritage. Or no, because that's always. Is that
no,
the
it was
Heritage?
the Heritage. It was
Okay.
the Heritage Classic. You're right. They
I
had one
remember
against
'cause
the
that
Leafs and
was,
they beat the Leafs, and it was really funny.
That was the
it
Austin
was in
Matthews
Hamilton.
head cross check to Darlene.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that legendary game.
Leafs fans got very mad about him getting suspended for, and it was a Toronto conspiracy.
Dude, he cross checked him in the head, guys. Like
Yeah.
again, God, you guys are so annoying. Figure it out.
Dude, do you know what the?
I'll
do you know
speak
what
your
my
native
secret
language.
is?
Figure it
Do you know my-
out.
Do you know what my secret is to not?
I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking around.
Do you know what my secret is? Do you know why I don't find Leafs fans annoying?
is that?
I don't. Do you
I
get
just
annoyed
don't-
by anything?
I just don't go on Twitter.
Oh.
You know why? Because if I spend too long on Twitter, I'm gonna find 3 billion annoying Leafs fans. So I just stop.
True. That's true.
I just watch SDB.
Well, my life would
SDB.
be a lot better if I didn't go on Twitter. Yeah.
I
No,
spend
no,
zero. I
no.
spend like 5
wanna be
minutes a day on Twitter.
I'll be
That's
very
it.
clear, Benny. Listen, I love Twitter. I am on Twitter a lot, but I avoid Leafs things on Twitter.
I think you mean X. Are you talking about X?
I'm never calling it that. Also, I saw the other day it was like we're thinking tiers of it being paid subscription based, and I'm like, oh, peace.
Yeah, they'll just lose everybody at that point.
Fuck. I think you lost me again.
We still have him, but we can
Yeah, we
we
still
can,
have
we
him.
can continue
Hello.
on. We can continue on. Now we're frozen for him, but he's not frozen for us. This is a weird like internet time machine thing.
What's happening?
He needs to upgrade his
Yeah.
internet.
It's only when I switch to this laptop that I've been having a hard time with that. That's weird.
What the?
What the hell? Okay, well anyway.
What the hell? But yeah, I'm not gonna
You
pay.
should,
What I was saying was I'm not gonna pay for a paid service of Twitter if it comes to that, because Elon said the other day it might. I'm like, oh, leaving as soon as that happens.
No, I don't. I mean, whatever. If that I don't care. That's the
Long-
good news for me. I don't give a shit about
Yeah.
Twitter. I'm not on it.
Long story short, mute any Toronto stuff on your Twitter. Don't pay for tiered subscriptions. The Islanders are going to be a mid team this year.
Yep.
And that's my
There
second.
you go. Good.
Thank you
Good.
so
Good
much.
wrap up. All right.
Like-
Let's all three of us do a speed talk about Ottawa since Nick's not here.
I was going to be good.
I think they'll be okay.
They're probably gonna be pretty decent. Yeah.
So here's the daily face-off lineup. So first of all, their big addition is Tarasenko. They nabbed the Tarasenko,
yeah.
And it's 1 year, $5 million. That's pretty solid right there.
The Tarasenko show.
What 1 year, $5 million feels like the Islanders could have afforded that. And it would have made a lot of
But
sense.
you want to go to the island though.
Maybe he didn't. Maybe he really didn't. But like, holy shit. Okay, so here's what Daily Faceoff has. I know, subject to change, probably not all that accurate. Kachuk, Stutzla, Tarasenko for the first line. I feel like that probably could happen. I mean, it's definitely Stutzla and Kachuk. It's that other
Yeah.
wing that's maybe they put Giroux up there. Giroux, Norris, Batherson, but Norris I think is injured / part of this Hockey Canada thing from 2018. Is that him?
Batherson. Is
Oh, that's
the Hockey
Batherson?
Canada one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is Norris American? Is he American?
I don't know, but I don't think he's involved.
Okay,
I think
so it's
Batherson was the one.
okay, so it's Giroux, Norris, Batherson. So that has two things that could be maybe. I know Norris was hurt.
Yeah, could go wrong.
Batherson might end up in jail.
Yeah.
So,
Depending on how things go.
yeah. So I guess listen, if that's all true, then yeah, go to jail. Have fun.
Yeah.
Don't drop the soap. Then they have Grieg, Pinto, Kubalik as the third line. Not bad.
Pinto not even signed yet. Because they
Pinto-
don't have the cap space to do it. He hasn't
He's not
yet.
signed. Oh,
He's unsigned because I think they only have like $1 million in cap space, and
What?
he's gonna be more than that because they spent this summer.
oh no.
That's
Okay.
That's what they were saying on 32 Thoughts today. Anyway,
I have not listened to that
No.
yet. I have yet to listen to any of those this season. I need to get on that. And then
32
my boy Matty J on the fourth line with Kostelic and McEwen. So I feel like they're a good team, but they're still like, I look at this lineup, especially as incomplete as it is. And
yeah,
I don't know. Well, like we'll see. The problem is they're
I
looking
could
to
see
take
them. I could see them sneaking a wild card.
See, the problem is they're looking to take a step. But so are so many other teams, especially in the Atlantic. So it's like the Atlantic's become just a gauntlet. Like as much as last year, everything got squished
Not
last
all
year.
of them are gonna.
It's
It's insane.
everything got squished last year. Like the top teams came down a little, except Boston, and the bottom teams came up. That's happened even more
Yeah.
this year. Like it's just gonna be it's gonna be a fucking fight in the Atlantic.
It's
Defense.
gonna be an interesting year. Also, I just looked at their cap friendly.
Yeah.
And they have 120,000 in cap space.
Really?
That's not even
Yeah.
enough to sign a league min. Not even close.
My God.
Okay,
I did not know that.
their defense. Yeah, what the hell, dude? Their defense is Shabbat, Chikrin, Sanderson, Zub, and Brandstrom, Hamonic. And then in goal they've got Corpusalo
the things
and
that made
Forsberg.
that happen was the Corpusalo and Sanderson deals that made
Sanderson
that
deal.
cap situation happen.
Which that's a
It'll probably end up being okay because
Yeah.
if he becomes what he's projected to become, it'll be fine. But it's a lot to commit that early.
you can tell.
I will say this.
You can tell Melnick is no longer at the helm with that one.
Oh yeah, you can spend whatever the fuck you want now.
It is also kind of refreshing. Like a lot of players are advocating for Sanderson too. Like a lot of them have like full faith in what he's capable of, at least from what I've heard out of the Ottawa room over there. And it's kind of cool to see a team do, like, I don't know. I know this is totally different. We don't know what Sanderson's what his cap is right now, but like there are like articles way back, whatever, when the Oilers signed Draisaitl, and people were like, "Yeah, I don't know why the Oilers did that. Like, maybe they should like trade him before he like really broke out." And it's like, well, you have confidence in a young player, right? And you really know.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's like Ottawa's trying to like they have great prospects, right? They're in the middle of a rebuild, so like put some faith into the good ones.
Yeah. We'll see.
In a rebuild since 2018.
They are. They're gonna end up having. You still have their cap friendly?
I brought it down now.
Their defense is gonna be expensive because if Sanderson is what is it 8.6 or something, like they've got Shabbat, who I think is at 7 something right now, but whenever he comes up, he'll make more than that, and then they've got Chikrin as well, who's gonna be looking for quite a bit. So that's going to be an expensive ass decor.
Chikrin doesn't come up for another 2 years.
Oh, that's nice.
Brandstrom comes up at the end of this year. Well, wow. Sanderson's it's good for another 9 because it's including this year and then the 8.
Oh, so their cap space is not even. It's before his deal even comes up because he's still on the low deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit! Where did all their money go?
Shit. That's bad.
Where did the money go?
Where did money go?
That's what I'm saying. You were like, they have no cap space. I'm like, where did it go? Like,
what is Dominic Kubalik making?
What is he making?
2.5.
Yeah, what?
Tarasenko,
where's their
5.
money? He's only making 5. Stützle's got like 8. Kachuk's got 8ish, right?
Corpusalo's making 4.
Dude, where did their money go?
Anton Forsberg's making 2.75.
These are all very reasonable.
That's what I'm saying. There's nowhere that I'm like, okay, that's where the money went.
The Islanders should take notes on this, actually.
Well, but they don't have any money. It's somewhere. It's just we can't find where.
They have 41 million in their forwards, and then 22 million. Where cap friendly? This math isn't mathing.
The math.
Is it? Are they like eating up cap for like dead contracts or something?
Wait, let me look here. Let me have a look.
Is it like a dead contract?
I mean, even then, what doesn't it just not count? Wouldn't it just not count against the cap?
Oh, true.
Who was like a
I gotta get these ads off
perpetually. Yeah, I don't know how the math is, but yeah, at the top of their section it says projected cap space $120,000.
Okay, so they've got 41 million forwards plus 22 million, so that's 63 million for forwards and D. Plus like we'll say 7. So 70. They should have $12 million available for this year.
Look at maybe might be Josh Norris is part of that because that's not he's down below injured reserve, but that might not be taken off yet until like the season.
It's projected cap space, or they must be projecting Shane Pinto to cash in.
Projected cap space is just that it's the same as current cap space. If you look under it, that's just what they listed as.
So they're just lying.
No, it says current cap space $120,000. I don't know what.
Okay, but that's a lie. That doesn't. It's not though, because whatever, doesn't matter. Math doesn't math. They've got money to work with. I don't think they're up against it as much as cap friendly seems to think.
Don't worry. When they're right outside of the playoffs, they'll get some nice rentals.
They may get some rentals. They may get a Stamkos. Fucking idiots.
Oh my God, Stamkos feeding Tarasenko on the power play.
No,
Tarasenko
that's terrible.
Yeah, you're like, stop that.
That's a terrible idea.
Hey, listen, I will say though, out of all if Stamkos had to go anywhere, Ottawa wouldn't. Like, at least you could like. It's not like the Panthers, right?
Or I want him to go to Seattle.
Like, that'd be fun. Him and Gord. He'd be like, Yanni,
bring him back
me,
to Yanni.
Feed me, brother.
In the Hockey News article, it says they have $784,000 in cap space.
What the hell, dude? None of these people know how to do math.
There must just be something that we're not looking at.
Something that's not popping up. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. All right, gut check on y'all. Where do they finish in the division?
In the division?
1 through 8.
I'm gonna say 5, but that gets them a wild card.
Oh, all right. So we're getting 5 Atlantic teams.
Yeah, one of them's the Habs.
Okay. So the Habs are finishing 4th.
They're the other wild card. No.
They'd finish 4th.
Yes. Shit. Never mind. Ottawa, they're gonna do okay. They might make the playoffs. Who knows?
I'm gonna put them in. I'm gonna put them in 5th, but they're not gonna make it.
Honestly, looking at these teams, I'm gonna go 6th, where they finished last year.
I think that's pretty safe. All right, you fellas want to try Puck Doku real fast and then take a little break?
I don't think it's going to be a fast one.
Oh, it's going to be fast. It's going to be fast because if we get stuck, we're just going to leave. Okay. This one? This one? Hey, there we go. Okay, here we are on Puck Doku. I need to share it with you guys. I realize.
Yuck Doku.
And there you go. Enjoy that, and then shout it out when you think of one. Tony D for this bottom middle.
Oh yeah.
You want me to do that, or do you want to try and think of one that's more different?
Hold off for now, because we can use that if we end up wanting to. But for St. Louis Rangers, throw my boy Yarrow in there.
There we go. 5%. Very nice. Uniqueness. We want low, right?
Yes.
Oh, boys.
Yeah.
I need to step out for a second. I will return.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
All right. Team Sweden.
Swedish
on the
person.
Blues.
What? So
the
what's Team
Sabres?
Sweden?
Yeah, because like, did they play juniors? Did they?
Yeah,
did they play
yeah.
Juniors? Did they?
Because
Or
like,
is it
there's a lot of
Olympics?
Swedish. There's been a lot of Swedish defensemen here. Is Ristolainen old enough to have played? He's not old enough to have played in the Olympics.
Is he Swedish or is he Finnish?
Ristolainen, I'm pretty sure he's Swedish, but I could be wrong. Ristolainen. Sabres Rangers.
He's Finnish.
Oh shit.
Sabres Rangers. There's got to be a bunch of those. Shit.
Is there a bunch? I can't think of any.
Drury. I'm pretty sure.
Chris Drury.
Yeah.
What about Ted? Oh,
That I don't know.
25%. Dang, that's kind of high.
Yeah, it's not
I
great.
couldn't think of any. So, Rangers Philly. That one we have Tony D on deck. Blues. Red Wings. What the hell?
Fabry.
Robbie.
Yeah. It's probably gonna not be that. That's a recent trade, so that's probably not gonna
5%?
be. Oh wow! I
Yeah.
thought more people would have used that one.
Red Wings.
I guess most
Sabres.
people aren't paying attention to a Robbie Fabry trade.
Yeah, not really. Red Wings Sabres.
Red Wings Sabres, indeed.
I can never
I
think.
mean, the obvious one is Hasek, but
oh yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that probably got used by a lot of people.
that's probably pretty high.
Yeah.
Hasek.
Philly Red Wings. That Sweden column's gonna fuck me up. I'm not gonna.
It's gonna be a bunch of old Swedish people.
Try Dahlin because I feel like he had to have played juniors.
We'll see. Yeah,
And
we'll see.
I wanna see what their qualifications are for Team Sweden.
Christmas. Yeah, it counted. 56.
Okay, World Juniors works. Oh God,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was high. But that's their most popular Swedish player. So
Yeah.
if not just their most popular player.
I
I don't
think of a
Yeah,
not
I've got
obvious one.
nobody on this yet except for
Try Dave Poulin for the Philly Rangers. I don't know if he actually played for the Rangers, but I know he played for Philly, and I feel like that could be unique.
So you're gonna take the one that I know,
Yep.
and
Check.
you're gonna make me guess the wrong thing.
Yeah, damn it. Well,
Well, I'm putting D'Angelo here.
yeah, go for it.
8%.
Really? That's it?
Not even
Nobody...
that high. Look what you've done.
Look what I've done. Yeah, sorry.
Red Wings Sabres. Man, what the fuck?
I have no fucking clue on this one.
I mean, this is the one that's Hasek.
Yeah, I mean, you could always end up using that. It's
If
the
we-
Sweden one. That who the fuck is? I don't even barely know any St. Louis Blues players, much less specifically Swedish St. Louis Blues players.
Yeah. Well, we can just go to break.
Well, throw Hasek in there.
See the 52. Yep.
Yeah, a lot of
Woo!
people were gonna say
All right,
Hasek.
we're not really unique, but we've got it almost filled up.
Oh, Philly, Detroit. I
Philly,
feel like I
Detroit.
can get that. Philly, Detroit. Eric, we need your help.
Philly, Detroit.
Philly, Detroit. What do you got?
Peter Mrazek.
Did he play for Philly?
I don't think so, but we can try it.
He did. I thought he did play for Philly.
I know he got traded around a bit.
Oh,
for a
wait,
second
wait,
there.
wait, wait. There has to be a goalie I was thinking of that played for Philly and Detroit. Hold on, give me a sec.
Trying to think of Detroit's goalies.
I feel like it was Peter Mrazek. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean,
there.
hey, go for it. Why not?
I don't have any
Yeah,
ideas.
We're not having a great time right now.
Oh,
so-
Eric!
Hey, let's
go.
go.
What
Let's
a
go.
what a guy!
Clutch.
right,
That was a
here you go.
celeb shot right there.
Here you go, Eric. Sweden. 2 Team Swedens, and you only get to guess one because Ben made me guess something that I didn't want to. Against my. He did not have my consent.
That is my fault.
Team Swedens?
I
Team
couldn't tell
Sweden.
you. I can barely tell you St. Louis Blues players.
I
so-
can't
Wait,
tell you
wait, wait,
either
wait,
of
wait,
these.
wait. So
Wait,
I
I'm
would put-
putting
so-
wrist. Oh wait, no, Ristolainen is finished.
Hold
Fuck!
on.
It's finished.
So
I've been operating
they've
under the.
played.
It's any
They've
Team
played-
Sweden we found out because we got a World Juniors in there. So
Yeah, Dahlin.
it's,
Oh.
So it could be a younger Swedish guy.
that opens it up a little more.
So for Philly, Lindblom, right? Oscar Lind, right? He's Swedish.
He did play in Philly too. Did he play? Lind.
I
Oscar.
ain't got nothing, so go for it.
Yeah,
yeah.
you got it. Yep.
Let's keep going. See if we can't
10%.
with a-
Nice.
with a ninth or a 10th try. Do you have anything, Eric? Because we can just skip it if you don't.
For St. Louis?
Blues.
Yeah, I don't know any fucking Blues players.
Hold on.
I'm trying to think of their
I
team
kind of
right now.
remember. I'm trying to think of their cup run team. Sundqvist. Did he ever play
Sundqvist.
Oscar Sundqvist? He doesn't. Wait. He has played for the Blues. He doesn't play for them now.
That's
okay,
fine.
right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oscar Sundqvist.
Pretty sure. Maybe.
Oh,
Let's see.
Eric, you're such a beast, bro.
Let's
Let's-
go.
Why did you have to go then?
I'm sorry.
Well done. Hey, we finished it, and by we I mean you guys. Good job. All right, we're gonna take a quick little break, and then we've got like 3 things to talk about after, and then
Okay.
everybody can go to sleep. All right, we'll be back. And we're back. Okay, so we're gonna go around the league now. We like to focus on our teams first because that's what we pay attention to most, and then we go to the stuff that's around the league. So notable signings. These are signings and extensions. Most notable, Austin Matthews signs again, once again becomes or was he ever the highest paid player in the league? I don't think he was, actually. I think McDavid had him the
I
whole
don't
time.
think he ever was. Technically,
Yeah,
he still
McDavid.
isn't because that doesn't take effect until after this year.
Technically, he still is not. True. So
he will be.
The season after this coming season, he will be the highest paid player in the league. Signs an extension, $13.25 million a year for 4 years.
I don't know what the UFA class is next year, but it'd be really funny if somebody jumps him.
What do you mean?
Before
if somebody,
takes
yeah.
effect.
Steven Stamkos.
Like, is he somebody who's Jesus? I will be 1,000% on Julien Brisebois' side if he's looking for
I'd be
13.6.
I love Stamkos, but you can't do that.
Yeah,
yeah, that would be funny.
I don't think he is,
we'd have to
but-
look at that, but
I don't know what the I don't know the UFA class is.
I think that's a
RFA.
fine. I think that's fine contract. I feel that's too much. Like you're just you're falling down the same shit.
I mean, well, and if they plan on doing Nylander too, which they seem to be trying to do,
what are you doing?
It's just going to be all of them being spent too much money on again because they're all just getting raises. So it's going to eliminate any benefit. It's going to eliminate any benefit a cap increase would give you.
They must be doing, because you know whose contract's got to be coming up soon is Tavares.
I think he has like 2 or 3 more years.
So they must be like, listen, just do this. We'll give you this, and then when Tavares is done, he just comes off the books. Or they're like, hey, we'll give you $2 million.
Oh, he'll still get more than 2. He'll get like 4 or 5.
Oh, I know,
probably.
but I'm just saying, like, what if that's their plan?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's worth more than $2 million. He's still around a point a game.
I don't know if he'll care at that point, though. He might just be like, I'll take like 2 to stay in a good spot or something, because he'll be like at the point where he's made a shitload of money and just wants to
take a cheaper deal at a team at a really good contender.
Yeah. Leaving Toronto.
So Vegas.
You guys just said the same thing differently. Same thing, just
different ways.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But yeah, we don't need to talk about the Leafs. They get talked about too much as it is. For a team that's won 1 round in 17 years.
It's happening.
I don't have to do it all anymore.
This
so nice.
podcast.
Dude, can we stop talking about him so much? Gosh, do something.
I don't have to do it all anymore. I'm not alone.
But yeah, so moving on. This is okay. So this is a guy I was actually excited about. This is a guy that I was hoping the Lightning would be able to snag. They were not. Lafreniere is staying with the Rangers for another 2 years, $2.32 million. I wanted the Lightning to get him because he seems like somebody who just
needs a different spot,
needs a different setup
badly.
Yeah, and where better than sunny Tampa Bay, dude? Yeah, they get the occasional hurricane, but listen. It's sunny. It's warm. You got good teammates, good coaches. Yeah, I was hoping they would be able to work out a trade there, but
you got good seafood.
Good seafood. If you're into that, I am not.
That is the parts I've enjoyed the most about Florida when I've
gone. The seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about that? I mean, that's he's getting paid to be a role player. And he will probably end up being a role player.
Yeah. It's really weird to exactly to think about that change of scenery. If he was on a young team like Ottawa or something, right? And he got more minutes, maybe he would thrive in that scenario. But I mean, the deal is the Rangers are in a scenario where he's our number 1 overall pick. We gotta really gotta exhaust. Somehow. Yeah.
You gotta try.
We have to try until there's literally no other options. But I feel like they're trying to, It's same thing with Kaapo Kakko, right? He was a high pick,
and he was second overall. And did he come on a little bit last year? I didn't pay that much attention to the Rangers.
So all I really remember about the Rangers is when they played Tampa in the playoffs, and that kid line was a fucking problem.
Yeah.
They were actually really good. They played the Lightning really well.
Was that?
Out
That
of
was
all-
Kako, Hedel, and who?
Lafreniere.
Lafreniere.
Wow,
Heedle's
okay.
out of all three of them. Heedle is like the most NHL caliber,
And
in
he's
my
also the oldest,
Which-
I believe. So
Yeah.
makes
But
sense.
it's funny that like of the three, that wouldn't have been like the one you'd
Yeah.
expect.
It's
when they
not
were all
the number
drafted,
one or number
probably.
2 pick.
Yeah.
It's
opinion. Yeah, Heedle's great.
no, I like, and I think so. I think this is fine because it's like $2 million, whatever.
Yeah.
2.3, whatever. And you know
It's
what? Who knows? Maybe this year he goes out and scores 40 goals.
Exactly.
And boom.
Exactly.
I think
I
it'll
feel
be
like the Rangers learned their lesson with Tampa Bay, trading all those players there, and then watching them all just kill it. They're like, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's just try to keep these players around a little.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to stop doing that because then nobody trades us their good players anymore.
You're like, we're wise enough here. Come on now.
I don't think so. Why don't you throw in all picks that you own for Tanner Jeannot?
That really has to come back around this year. He
Dude,
really needs to
this
have
guy-
a good. That's
this
that
guy-
needs to have a good year.
That's who I'm
Dude,
looking at. Pressure's on, buddy.
Vasilevsky needs a good backup, so just Vasi and Shesterkin on Tampa. It's fine.
Oh
That's
my
fine. They can
God.
make that work.
Yeah, we definitely cannot make that work.
Not enough crease for that.
No, not enough crease or money.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, and then the last one I have here, and please chime in if you have any others. Last one I have is Troy Terry, 7x7. That's
Oh, good for him.
that's a tidy piece of
for
work
him.
there.
That is nice.
'Cause I feel like he was
Yeah.
a guy that kind of came out of nowhere one year.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like,
yeah.
got the lightning bottle, and he kept it up, and good for him.
7x7.
Good for him. I say that knowing nothing about the recent Anaheim Ducks prospect system. Like I do not recall how he like went through development.
I don't either, but I know that he is. I think their second best player after Trevor Zegras.
Yeah, probably.
So
yeah.
a 7x7 for your second best player is pretty good.
That's also kind
He's
of
also
one of
young.
those things where the Habs are at, though. He probably shouldn't be your second best player.
Well, no, that's not.
But
That's
it's
not what
good
you
to keep.
want.
It's good to keep the good ones around that you have. Yes,
Because here's the
and I
thing:
think that's a good number.
he could, as he and Zegras grow and get better, then it's like, oh, okay, he's your second best player.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because he's. What did he do? His 1 year, he did something. He had like what?
I don't remember exactly what it
30-something
was, but
goals
he
or
was
something.
the only guy. He was the only guy keeping my fantasy team afloat.
Yes,
that year.
I remember that. And I had him last year, I think, and he was one of my best players. I think he's just had a couple of good years in a row. But let me look
I'm
because
bringing
I'm
up his
interested.
bringing up his stats real quick. I got it.
Who can win?
It's literally loading right now.
Who can win?
Well, it's the
You
NHL
might.
app, so it's loading
yeah,
very slowly.
I got it.
Last up. Okay.
61 points last year, 67 points the year before. The year before, so 21-22 was his big year. 37 goals, 30 assists.
176 points in 274 games played. That is not bad at all.
That's pretty good.
On some
I'll take that.
pretty dog shit Anaheim teams.
On the worst teams in the league
Yeah.
for the last couple years. Yes. Quite tidy. So yeah, I feel like that's a good signing. He probably could have gotten more. But my guess is he doesn't give a shit about money as much. But he also doesn't care about winning. Although he is an RFA, so he doesn't really have a whole lot of choice. He could have just been like, bridge me.
There are other signings that I would like to mention.
Do it.
All right, what do we got?
Tell me Stammer got signed, please.
When was our last episode? last season?
July
Don't
21st.
It was after. It
Okay.
was well after free agency. Yeah.
Okay, so Tom Wilson signed with the Capitals.
Oh,
7
yeah, he
years,
did.
7 years, $6.5 million
How old is he?
in his 30s.
Not young.
That's all you
yeah,
need to know.
he's north of 30. So he's signed to at least 37. Holy shit.
I'm just gonna say this right now: if the cap goes up, that will look a little not as
Dude.
bad. But I have no idea why
Counterpoint.
you would do that.
Tom Wilson is not going to be a guy that
No.
holds up
No,
to that.
He's
late.
already.
just 'cause-
Like, it's already.
No.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase how I said
his
that.
game is like it's not. He's gonna be injured to holy hell most years by the end of that.
Let me rephrase how I said that first part. So this is a terrible contract, but if the cap goes up, at least you still have room to make actually good signings.
It won't be the terribleness will go down.
It won't be crippling. It'll just be kind of like.
But I mean,
I don't know how that's gonna go, man. That's
I'm
sure it'll be fine for the first couple of years.
I think that's a great signing. Good job.
2 or 3 years, but
is it?
Oh, actually,
he doesn't. What does he bring? He doesn't bring any scoring. He brings toughness and to fright into the other team.
Has he dropped off that much? Am I thinking of like 2 or 3 years ago, Tom?
He was really good 2 or 3 years ago, but he's not done anything like that since. I
gotta say, I don't pay attention to the Capitals at all.
It's I pretty much pay attention to Atlantic teams, and that's about it.
So other than that,
he had 22 points in 33 games last year. The 33 games is the problem.
That is the issue.
Although overall he only has 295 points in 680. That's below a half a point a game.
He's like
6.
Yeah. I just
that's not gonna get better. See, that's gonna go down.
That's what they should do with Stamkos. Sign him to a deal. Whatever it is, just sign him to it. Well, so maybe not whatever.
You want 7 years of him at this point?
At $6 million? Fuck yeah.
You'll be 40.
Whatever. It's $6 million.
Yeah, dude, I'd take Steven Stamkos at 40 over like at least 4 Islanders players on this roster at 30, at like 35.
Hey, listen! Don't forget. It's
a low bar.
Ovechkin is 38, and I know it's Alex Ovechkin, not the same thing. But
No, but it's like what I was saying before. Superstar players, it's their longevity is like
It's like It's and the other thing is the game is getting easier on bodies, which is only a good thing.
That's true.
Becoming more of a scoring league, yeah.
More of a scoring. There's a little bit less checking. There's a lot less of the huge hits unless you're playing the Rangers.
You're not getting like the big open ice shit you would be getting like mid 2000s to like early 2010s.
Yeah. So like that's why like careers are going longer. People are more effective later.
Yeah.
Speaking of scoring, we're going to talk about a person who is there to stop the scoring, and that's Jeremy Swayman. He was signed to a 1-year deal.
That's right.
3.4 million. They're just kind of giving him a 1-year deal, seeing how it pans out. Sure,
great signing. Great signing.
Yep.
You use some of that $3 million to play him when your other goalie's hurt.
Yeah. And then
that was so dumb. I'm sorry, I got to come back around to that. That was idiotic. That was like. Anyway.
Oh yeah, the Lightning signed somebody.
Brendan Hagel, 8 years.
Oh yeah,
$6.5 million.
Oh, I talked about that. I talked about that one.
We talked about that one.
And you did. Yes.
Oh yes, very good contract.
And it was actually 7 years.
Really?
He's signed for 8 more. I think that's an extension.
It was one of those year ahead of time.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Which they like to do unless you're their captain and have been there your entire career.
Best player in franchise history. Then it's bad because they did that last time too.
Did they do that with St. Louis?
No. Sorry, last time was they did it with Stamkos the last time too. They let him walk. They free agency.
They did let him go to free agency,
and then he ended up coming back. But yeah,
why, man? What the fuck? I'd be pissed if I was him.
Yeah,
be like, what do I have to do?
I've only done everything.
I've only put your team on the map.
Yeah.
As far as the hockey world, who thought of Tampa Bay when you're thinking about hockey before the last 4 years?
Yeah.
No one.
It wasn't often. I mean, maybe for a blip in the early 2000s when you got LeCavalier and St. Louis on the same team.
When they won the cup.
Once they left, and then there were some lean years.
The Lightning have been the marquee franchise for the last. Well, not the marquee franchise because they don't.
Probably for the last 5 years.
Yeah, they've been the model franchise. This is what you want your team to be for the last 5 years. And the captain of that team ain't getting any respect. Fucking unbelievable. All right. Anything else? Any other signings?
That's it. I mean, yeah, there's some smaller ones. I don't want to go through them all, but one thing that was interesting, you know what name came up who's getting a professional tryout? I believe in Ottawa. Artem Anisimov. You guys remember that guy?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Josh Bailey.
Also, your boy,
Josh Bailey. I wanted to save that for Nick to talk about. I want to hear Nick talk. I want Nick to go, your boy, Josh Bailey.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I need him to do that.
Just hope he doesn't watch this episode.
Yeah,
he's not gonna watch this episode. Who are you kidding?
Okay, so notable non-signings. Steven Stamkos is first on my list.
Notable non-signings: Ben Watson and Mike Campbell to Marky Mark and the Funky Puck.
Yeah,
we need some depth, boys.
Oh shit! All right. Listen,
if it was some new gear,
actually, we don't need depth. We need like number 1 and 2 scorers. So good luck, guys.
Yeah, no. I'm a D. I'm a D.
I'll get you a goal or two every once in a while if you can spring me on a break.
I'm the D that passes him the puck.
Yeah. He knows where my dumbass goes.
All right, so there we go. You guys, Ben, you're standing at the circle, not on the OV side because you're a lefty. You're just everyone's gonna see you cocked back.
You're on the Draisaitl side.
You're just
maybe
like,
not one tease. Pass it to me and I'll do something. One tease is a lower chance.
They don't mix.
I can. It's like 1 out of every 5 look real good, and then the rest.
Is it 1 out of 5?
Yeah, that would be generous.
Dude, this is beer league roller hockey. The worst thing that can happen is it goes flying and hits someone in the shin and they go down. Advantage for us, unless it's one of our players.
You guys not wear shin pads?
No, we wear shins.
I was gonna say, are you guys insane?
Yeah, right. That's oh dear.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, we wear shins.
But okay.
No, we wear everything except shoulder pads.
Yeah, fuck shoulder pads. They're dumb.
You guys check at all? There's no checking, right?
Yeah, there's not supposed to be.
Oh,
I almost might just do it anyway. I'm not trying to get hurt. Yeah.
I wouldn't, just because I would never get hit. I would never be in a situation to get hit, I don't think.
Throw some elbow pads on those.
Oh yeah, definitely elbow pads.
You know what? I will say this though, we're actually in a higher we're in a higher division, so it's actually less of that like scrappy stuff. Usually in the lower divisions, that's when you like get into some scrappy stuff where guys who can't skate are like, you know what I'm gonna do since I can't catch you skating?
I'm just gonna hack
the shit out of your stick. Yeah, it's like, oh, thank
a classic.
That. So, but yeah, Mike, you're too good of a skater, so you wouldn't get hit.
Yeah, I'm D. Okay, so non-signings. Trevor Zegras has not been signed to an extension yet. I actually don't know if he's looking for an extension or if he's actually looking for a contract. I'm not sure. I could look it up.
He's not a UFA yet, I don't think. No.
He would be an RFA if he was anything.
I heard he was offered.
What do you mean, no, I think he needs a contract. Right,
he needs
now.
a contract. Yes.
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, let me have a look.
Pretty sure.
Let me have a little look here.
He was offered $3 to $4 million.
Let me have a look here. Trevor Zegras.
That's what they are.
Yes, he is needing a contract. Yes, I saw that. I saw the $3 to $4 million. I saw it and I wrote it down and then I forgot that I wrote it down.
I don't know what his stats have been like. But that
$3 to $4 million seems a lot.
Low. No, I said it strikes me as low.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is your future here. Like, this is the next guy for you in terms of like skill and like marketing ability. This is your guy.
Yeah.
He has
65 points last
65
year.
Points on a shit ass Ducks team. And he had
61
the year before.
Points. Yeah, 139 points in 180 games on that Ducks team.
This is your guy. You got to sign this guy.
Good.
And you got to sign him. And you got to sign him for a long time. And it's going to be more than $3 to $4 million.
Let him come play with his friend Cole.
Why not come over to East California?
Montreal.
He's not. Oh yeah. Why not just swap spots with Alex Killorn?
No, Mike.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You don't get him too.
But yeah, so that's interesting. Especially the Ducks, like, you're not gonna be good What's the harm in giving this guy the contract he deserves?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like you grabbed
Why-
Alex
why are
Killorn
you like-
and Radko Gudas.
Why are you like? Why is that the guy you're like raking over the coals?
Yeah, like what? Like hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back to their cap friendly and see how much they give Alex Killorn because I don't remember.
6 point something.
You're gonna give Alex Killorn 6 point
Yep.
There's
something.
no way you can. There's no way you can give him less than Alex Killorn.
Yeah, 6.25. Yeah, right. And you're gonna give. Yeah, right. Wake up.
You have to at least give him Killorn's deal.
At least. And then if I'm Zegras, I'm like, are you shitting me? You're gonna give me Killorn's deal? I got more
I'm
points than him on a shittier team. Like,
I'm Zegers.
no.
I'm Zegers. I'm like, cool. I'll do that until it brings me to UFA.
Yeah, I'll do that for 2 years,
Yeah.
and I'll see you in
I'll-
2 years.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
That's insane.
that's bad, dude.
Yeah, I
Sign
don't really
this
know
guy.
what they're doing there. I don't really know what they're doing
That's
there.
almost worse than not talking to your captain to sign him.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but it's still not good.
All right, and then the only other one I had, and if you can think of any, please chime in. The only other one I had was William Nylander. I believe is
Yeah.
That
can
is the
sign
big one.
can sign an extension. So
That is the big one. Well, he still has this year.
Yes.
Yeah. He's right,
yeah.
yeah.
So
he still has
he's
this
still
year,
just
but-
looking for an extension. Apparently, he's looking for 10 million. That's not gonna happen in Toronto. It's just not.
No.
So-
I mean, it would probably maybe happen somewhere. I don't know.
Oh,
if
yeah,
It would be a good.
I think-
it'd be a good idea to happen. There's worse players to pay $10 million.
Well, see, the problem is the interesting thing, and I hate talking about the Leafs because again, they get talked about more than any other team. But it's interesting because it'd be interesting to see William Nylander on a team that doesn't have Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner on them
Yeah.
and John Tavares, because he would on most teams he rockets up to first line.
Yeah.
I really think, and so it'd be interesting to
Yeah.
see
Oh, yeah.
how he does with that kind of time. And I know he's kind of a defensive liability sometimes, but
Oh, I hope that
It'd
relationship
be
gets
interesting.
bad enough for him to sign with Montreal.
Yeah, he'd do great in
Ooh.
Montreal. That'd be fun.
Put him on
Ooh.
Suzuki's wing.
Oh, dude.
That'd be,
dude.
that'd be good. That'd be pretty good.
It's not gonna happen, but
Nah, probably not.
that'd
Most,
be fucking funny.
yeah, that would be interesting. But
I
that's
just
all,
need
that's all I had.
I just need him and the team's relationship to get bad enough for him to get vindictive enough to be like, "Fuck you, I'm going to Montreal."
Going to Montreal, and I'm gonna score on your ass every game. That would be funny.
There's two options. Nylander goes to Montreal or Buffalo. Those are the two options.
Buffalo,
of-
dude. Go to Buffalo.
of the three that I would want, of the like big three there, he's the one I'd want. He's the only one that ever shows up.
he's
Nylander
like
is.
the most.
He's
He's
not
like
the
the-
most complete player at all.
No,
he's
oh,
not
no.
even close to the most complete player, but he is the one that shows up the most.
I was gonna say he's the most consistent. Like he doesn't get as many points as the other guys, but he's always like money in the bank for this amount.
Yeah.
And
I-
put him in a bigger situation or a bigger role, and fuck,
Mhm.
who knows?
Yeah.
100 points for this guy is not
Which,
out of reach.
they're playing him at center this year.
I've heard that. Didn't he start center at a center like when he was younger?
Started at center in like junior, and then has not played it at all in the NHL except for like the last time they did it, he hadn't played it all season, and then
Yeah.
they put him at center in an elimination game in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's not a good move.
Which
that's
they're
great
doing
coaching.
it during training camp
Yeah.
this year at least.
Let him play-
It was
let him
Sheldon
play the
Keefe,
whole year.
too.
Let him play the whole year.
That time.
Wait, was that was that against Montreal?
No, it was against Columbus in the bubble
Yep.
when they lost to Columbus.
Do you guys remember those two back-to-back games with those like? One was like, wasn't it like the 5 OT game, and then after that it was like the comeback, like Toronto was losing like by 3 or something. and they came
Dude,
back that.
I
That was
w-
insane.
I watched
was
that.
insane.
We were in Maine for the start of those playoffs.
That was insane.
So I watched the 5 OT game in the house in Maine and was like,
Holy crap!
just end it. And then the next night we're like laid down to go to sleep and it's super late and like Danielle's asleep and I'm watching the game. I had like the Leafs Columbus game on and I'm watching it, and they come back with like 5 minutes left. They score like
Toronto.
3 goals in like 5
Toronto came
minutes,
all the way back.
and then they win it in OT. And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I saw that.
Yeah.
But it was that was pretty sick.
As an Islanders fan, out of the 3, I would also want Nylander, but I'd have to take Matthews because my team can't score for fucking shit, and at least Matthews would like guarantee me like
Hey,
fucking 40.
hey, Nylander had the same amount of goals.
Did he really?
Pretty sure they both had 40.
All right,
Yeah.
Scratch that. See you later.
Nylander
Austin.
had a really good year. I mean,
He had a good year.
Austin's done more, and Nylander had a really good year last year, and Austin had a down year.
Yeah.
So like, it's whatever. But yeah, no, Nylander I think did outscore him. I think he had. What did he have last year?
I thought it was 40 and 40.
That's awesome.
But
That's really
that's interesting to check. If I was gonna choose one to go to the Lightning, I would choose. What the hell am I looking at here? 40 goals last year for Nylander.
Damn.
I don't know if I want any of those fucking players. Certainly not at the price that they are.
Yeah, there is that.
Like you look around, like I know like it's no state tax, you're whatever, but I look at the Lightning and I'm like Kucherov and Marner are the same position. And Kucherov makes $1 million less.
I mean, Marner was an overpay from the start.
Yes.
And
arguably he's been the best player since these contracts, other than like Austin Matthews with the 60 goal year. But
yeah,
like points wise, Marner's been at 100 or around 100. But like you just look like Austin Matthews obviously is generational. I'm still taking my boy Braden Point, baby. Quietest 50 goal season you've ever seen. Nobody's talking about this guy. Had 51 goals in the year, and nobody's talking about it. And you know what? He's not goals. Talking. He's going for 60.
Yeah. Dude, he should. He friggin' should.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we've rambled.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Would we like to get into the fantasy?
All right, fantasy hockey. Not much to get into. We're doing fantasy once again. We've traded out our friend Cody. We asked him if he wanted to do it again. He said no, because he stopped. It was like a month and he was done paying attention.
Yeah.
So I don't.
So we
blame
just
him.
had to watch Connor McDavid sit on his bench.
Dude, he had Connor McDavid. He had who did he have? Connor McDavid.
Did he have Ovechkin too?
I don't know if he had Ovechkin. I know he had Erik Karlsson. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, he did.
He had a lot. He had his fucking team was so good. His team was so good.
Why did Tony keep Karlsson?
I don't know, because like I said, I don't think he watches all that much. Okay. But so we traded out Cody, and we've got my cousin Tony is gonna play instead, and we are gonna have our online fantasy draft, and we are gonna live stream it, and that is gonna be next week Saturday. I think it's a 7. I think I have it at 7 p.m. But if we need to, we can go a little later. I just need to know. But yeah, so we're gonna live stream that. That is the 30th, and it's gonna be live streamed right here on the channel, and it's gonna be a hoot and a half. I'm gonna get as many people as I can in the Discord call. So it's gonna be just a cacophony of voices yelling at each other.
Yeah, that's gonna get.
It's gonna be like a real draft floor.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like.
We should just add like a few other voice channels, just to be like have like you can like go off to the side to have draft table talks with another person. Although we don't really do draft day trades, do we?
No. What about
can we trade keepers mid draft?
I don't know if you can trade things in the fantasy draft. That'd be fun though. And you know what? Just for this, I'm gonna bring out my old reverber. I'm gonna bring that out to make my picks.
Be like, welcome to the 2023-24 Fantasy Leaguers draft.
Yep, I'm pulling out all the stops. I'm gonna wear a suit.
Oh, geez.
No, I'm just kidding. I'd be dying of heat. But yeah, so tune in there. I think, Eric, you only had 2 keepers, right? You only kept 2.
3. A Golia. Did that not show up like that?
Well, lucky for you, I have things, so I'll talk to you about it in a second. But
I can tell you right now, it was Sorokin, Jack Hughes, and Quinn Hughes.
Oh no, you're right. Yep, you did. There's a couple people that only kept 2, and a couple people that only kept 1.
Oh.
So, but no, you're right. I do remember putting those.
Yeah,
in
I kept my Hughes brothers and my goalie.
Yep.
That's a pretty solid. Damn. That's
yeah.
I would have kept them too. Holy
that's
shit.
good. That's good. Nick had so many good players. He had Matthew Tkachuk, Draisaitl, and Braden Point.
Mm-hmm.
He kept Draisaitl, obviously. So Matthew Tkachuk and Point will be available in the draft, and I will be looking for him.
Cool. Mm.
But yeah, so that'll be fun. So tune into that. It'll be hectic, and hopefully we'll get some little bit of shit talk here and there.
The other day, my brother texted me. He was like, "Hey, I have a few friends and that want to do a fantasy hockey league, but we don't want to like run it. Could you be like our commissioner and run this?" And I was like, "No." Like I barely do like I spend the time doing it's enough to spend the time doing it with this one league. I'm like I can't do a second one, much less commission a second one.
Yeah, it's not it's not too bad. It pretty much takes care of itself.
Like I don't want to be in charge of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's it is a bit time consuming.
Well, also having another league to focus
another team to run, yeah.
Yeah, every time I've ever been had multiple teams going, it's never gone well because like it's enough to like focus on just keeping one team going with, especially with fantasy hockey where it's daily.
It's daily, yeah.
And like you can do which I do regularly do like the week ahead, but then like if the day comes up and I know I need to change something, I'll check it. But like still, there's a degree of you have to check it every day.
Yeah.
So it's like
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's why it's like some years you're built for fantasy, some years you're not. It's like oof.
So here's the good thing. Here's the good thing. Yeah. So we're doing it fantasy football style. So instead of we're doing weekly matchups. Yeah. So the like record is going to be wins versus losses for the week. Nice. So I like that much instead of you get a month and a half into the season and you're 300-400 points back already, and you're just not going to catch up. Instead of that, instead you might only be like 4 games back of the if somebody goes 4-0, you go 0-4, you can make that up.
Yeah, you can make that up.
Yeah,
that's true.
So that's what I'm excited about, and you can talk shit. For example, I'm playing my mom in the first week, and we've already started.
Oh my god!
She texted me. She was like, "I see you're versing your mother in the first week. You're going down or something like that." And I'm like, "Okay, mom, calm down."
You're like, "That's what you think, mom."
Yeah, we'll see when you draft. We'll see. I don't remember who she kept. Her team was ass, dude.
How do you see who you're playing first?
Here, I can tell you.
Okay, cool.
I can tell. Oh shit! Well, it signed me out. Stop signing me out of things. I'm gonna look deep into the camera here. Stop signing me out. If I don't ask you to sign me out, don't sign me out. Or if it's been like, like a year. Like I was signed into this. First. I was signed into this a month ago. Keep me signed in. I don't remember my damn password. Oh, wait, actually, I think I do. You're playing Danielle?
Mm-hmm. I got Danielle. Eric's got Tony.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Eric's playing Tony.
So you got McDavid against you at least for the first week.
You'll be fine.
Wait.
Okay, that's not my password.
Tony, wait, hold on. So Tony gets to keep McDavid because he replaced Cody?
Yes.
He got
it doesn't fall to me. It doesn't fall to me.
No, it doesn't.
I'm so triggered. I am so triggered.
So essentially all we did. Now listen, okay, I gotta listen. I'm fighting 8 million people doing this thing. I got 1 year because I like to have the draft go in reverse order of finish. So I like to have the 8th place draft first. And the year I did that, my dad won the year before, so he drafted 8th, and then he pissed and moaned about not being able to win because he drafted last. And I was like, okay, but like, what the fuck? So then I was like, how do I do this? And I was like, okay, we'll have keepers, so then at least parts of the team stay.
Yeah,
so I think I found a good solution, I think. But then we have Cody.
Is a good solution.
Cody leaves.
That is
so
it's one of those things where like, yes, because he was the one replacing, it made sense for him to get the pick of the keepers from that pool of players.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just one of those things where it's like, there's a cheap ass way to get Connor McDavid.
I mean, wait, does Tony like follow hockey too?
Not very closely, I don't think.
Because I was gonna say, I mean, I guess he's still getting McDavid whether he knows about McDavid or not, right? Because McDavid's a keeper. Like, could he not choose McDavid?
Well, I told him. I sent. I sent. I didn't pick his keepers. Like I sent him. I sent him Cody's team and was like,
okay,
here you go. Pick from these players. And he's only keeping McDavid. So everybody else, and Cody's team was fucking sick. So all of his
stacked.
All of his team is going back into the draft.
Wait. So why didn't Tony want to keep more players?
I don't know, and I wasn't gonna give him more hints.
I guess that is fair.
I was gonna be like, you don't want to keep this guy?
Oh wow, damn dude. Now people are gonna chirp me. They're like, yeah, Eric, you're lucky because you had 2 extra keepers.
No,
I mean,
because everybody had the choice.
Of the fact,
I made it clear.
That's true.
I made it clear.
You did. That's true.
And even when I went to finalize them, Nick had 2 forwards selected, so I had to text him. I was like, hey, you got 2 forwards selected.
He's
so pick one of these 2, and then that's what you get.
He was trying to sneak it through.
No, I think what he did was he was like gonna choose between those 2, and then he hadn't done it yet. But yeah, luckily I'm the commissioner. I'm the god of this league, so I get to do whatever I want. I could have given myself Connor McDavid. I didn't, but I wish I had. All right.
All right, Joe.
I think that's about it. Good first episode back. Oh dear.
Yeah.
It's only like 2 hours and 50 minutes long.
2 hours 9 minutes, baby. First episode back. Next week, listen, we had a lot to go over here. The Stamkos thing, I had to rant about that. Next week, I think in lieu of an episode, we're gonna just do the draft.
Yeah, that works.
And then I'll get it trimmed down. Don't worry. We'll keep it closer to an hour and a half. What's up?
7? When is the draft at?
7 o'clock, I think, right now. But I can change that. So.
I like that. I like 7.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for hopping on, gentlemen. We'll talk to you next week. You have any closing remarks?
Let's do that hockey.
Yeah. I can't. We got to get some hockey here.
Yeah, I can't talk about fucking scrimmages. Like,
you know what I can talk? I can talk about some playoff baseball whenever that starts. That's what I'll talk about. All right, peace out, everybody.
Bye.